I'm gonna get started. I got three things in front of me. I got the entire transcript of the Trump administration's executive order on immigrants and refugees, and I have the entire Global Peace Index from 2016 in front of me, and I have a list in front of me of some factoids that I'm gonna go through. So if you guys have any keywords you want me to search on the Global Peace Index, like countries or searching for like different statistics or whatever, you can open that up too. That's on my Facebook. And I also have the executive order, the whole thing. So if you have any keywords I've already searched for, we know that Muslim and Islam, those two words are not in the executive order. So when people say there's a Muslim ban, that's first and foremost not true at all, even to begin with. But here, let's go through what else I have here. So you search the executive order, those words aren't in there. Muslim and Islam, those two words aren't in there. Christian isn't in there either. The top 6 Muslim countries are not on the list. So there's only 7 countries on there, right? Or something like that. Indonesia's not on there. It's the #1 Muslim country in the world. Only Syria is mentioned out of a list. The rest of the list that's on there that isn't mentioned specifically came from Obama's administration. So Obama's administration had been producing this list of countries that are troublesome and not very peaceful, and that's proven right here on the 2016 report from economicsandpeace.org. I'm sure economicsandpeace.org must be a Russian conspiracy, right? But no, this is a really good report, and it's got every single country dead last on the peace report. Fucking dead last. It's not a list of Muslim countries, it's a list of every country. And those countries are dead last. So, sorry I haven't been paying attention to the comments on here. Actually, fuck it, okay. I got, what else is on the list here? Saudi Arabia's tent city. People have been posting that around. So why isn't Saudi Arabia on the list? 7 of the 9 hijackers for 9/11 came from Saudi Arabia. Well, it's not a business by Trump. It's not a conspiracy that Trump's administration or Trump's business has an interest in keeping, so it doesn't have anything to do with that. Like I said, it came from Obama's administration. So Obama's administration had this list. Saudi Arabia is not on that list, and in fact it's not even on, so on the Global Peace Index, where the hell is it? It's not in last place. Hold on, let me search for it. Where's Saudi Arabia on here? Oops, oh dang it, where did it is 129, so it's in the yellow. Actually, the colors go from green to red. It's not a red country, it's not an orange country, it's yellow. 129, it's still close to the bottom because there's 163 countries here, so it's not in the top half. Top half would be 80, but there are other countries like there's Palestine, there's Lebanon, Turkey, Israel. Israel is less on the peace index, so we should start banning people from Israel before Saudi Arabia. That's why Saudi Arabia is not on the list. It's not a conspiracy for his businesses. Alright, so people, there's so much fake news out there right now. You guys, that's why I had to make this video. There's so much so many lies, so many conspiracy theories, so much fake fucking news that this is ridiculous. The Global Peace Index has every single one of those countries in dead last. And this is another factoid I found, 6 out of 7 of those countries ban immigration from Israel. So is that, let me look at this. Where's that screenshot I have? I just posted that screenshot on something else. This person says, if this is a Muslim ban and not a national country ban, then the countries who ban Israelis are actually banning Jews, right? So does this go both ways or not? Are those countries banning Jews, or are they banning people from Israel? Are we banning Muslims, or are we banning people from the lowest peaceful countries on the list of every country in the world? I mean, this video doesn't even need to be any longer that I'm doing for you. This is all the information. It's all right here, available for you online. It's why is CNN and New York Times and all, like, I applaud Donald Trump when he gets on his Twitter and complains about the New York Times, because they fucking suck and they're lying. Every single headline, everything that you see talking about Muslims and Islam, that's not true. You look at the executive order and those words aren't in there. Sorry, but those words aren't in there. And people say, oh, but yeah, what about his quotes? I was just arguing with this guy named Max, and let me talk about that for a second, because this guy named Max, we had a great conversation. I'm going back and forth with him. He's talking about how he doesn't like the ban or whatever, and how I'm projecting what he thinks on him or whatever. I had to unfriend him because nothing he brings to the table has any relevance. He said the executive order doesn't matter. It matters, he wants to bring in quotes from Donald Trump. Well, Donald Trump said this and this and this. Yeah, but look at what he did. Look at his actions. Look at the executive order, right? Anybody have any questions on here? I've got 35 people on here. I'll take a few questions before I go off. I want to make this video kind of short so that people can watch it afterwards. Patrick says you have the best words. Thank you. I'm at my best when I've got all my information in front of me. So I've got this, I love this Global Peace Index. And you know what? 2016 Global Peace Index, last year, or 2 years ago, 2015, it was called the Global Terrorism Index. It's the same fucking index, but they changed the name because they want to be more PC or more lovey-dovey. Playing devil's advocate, should Trump have included Saudi Arabia and/or Pakistan? Devil's advocate includes Saudi Arabia. I don't know. I mean, they're 129 on the list. Like, what's your rationale? Just because the people from the 9/11 terrorist attack came there? I don't know if that's enough. I mean, hasn't it been long enough? I mean, it is kind of funny. The executive order, that one of the first paragraphs mentions 9/11, but still, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think we need to ban people from there. I think it's a good start. I think it's great because everyone's freaking out. That's proof that it's doing great. Just saw a meme where Obama did the same exact thing for 6 months. Exactly. There are other instances of this, more proof that I don't even have in front of me that we've done this before. And what did Jennifer Queen post on my Facebook? I'm gonna read this thing because this was interesting. There was a link to a picture that showed, what was it? Sorry guys, 1 second. Ask me some questions on here, I'll get to them. Do you think whether the amount of facts on these orders will counteract all these people's inherent guilt? I don't know. The guilt. Oh man, did you see the video of the guy in the airport and they were asking him, what do you think of Trump? And he starts off, he's an Iraqi immigrant, and he goes, yeah, I like Trump actually. I'm not really sure about this order, but I like Trump. Like, totally blown the fuck out. Like, these people don't hate him. They understand what's going on. They understand that there's dangerous countries that they're coming from, right? It's ridiculous. Where is this picture? Hold on, let me get to this. Okay, so it says U.S. Code 1001-82, inadmissible aliens, suspension of entry or imposition of restrictions by president. So this is something from the Constitution? What is this from? There's some clause in here that shows that it's actually legal what he's doing. But anyways, I thought it would say where that's from. If Jennifer's on here, you can tell me where that's from, and I'll read it or whatever. What do I think about the smear tactics mainstream media is doing right now? Executive order doesn't ban from Muslim countries that he conveniently has business interests in. I already went through that. The business interest thing is totally bogus because Saudi Arabia is on the list of the Global Peace Index, and it's not at the bottom. There are, so it's 129, there's 163 on the list. That means there's a total of 34 countries that are worse off than Saudi Arabia. So the ones that Trump picked were on Obama's administration's list, and they are in dead last. The only one that's on here that isn't on the list, what do we've got? Syria, South Sudan isn't on his list, and South Sudan is almost last. I'm not sure why that one's not on there, but every other one is. Ukraine is actually on there. We didn't ban people from Ukraine. We didn't ban people from Central African Republic. We didn't ban people from Pakistan, right? But those ones are in dead last. Some of those are Muslim majority countries. There's something like 40 majority Muslim countries that aren't on the list. This isn't a Muslim ban. If this was a Muslim ban, then the top 6 Muslim countries would be on there, and they're not on there. I don't have a list of what those are, but I know one of them's Indonesia. It's not on the list. So, you guys, I see there's 50 of you on here now. I already went through everything. I'm going to upload this video to YouTube too, so I'm just going to cut this short. Thanks for coming into the comments. Like and share my other posts, because I did post a screenshot of this Global Peace Index. This is really important information to get out, because all these lies being spread. We have to stop these lies. We have to. And even from a liberal's perspective, if any of you come from the liberal side, we need to protect real liberal values, right? We can't go on with this craziness of the progressive left with the lies and smears. You're gonna lose in 4 years if you keep doing this, guys. You progressive people that want to demonize Trump's actions and lie about his actions, you're gonna put him in the White House for 4 more years if you keep doing this. You need to stop.